point for an engineer, we'll all back up. We all have sources for all of it, whether it's the government accounting office, whether it's the CBO, whether it's the Department of Treasury. I don't want to be giving you information that I can't back up with. So how about another question?
Why are the government officials targeting retired and current federal employees regarding health care benefits and pensions?
Why are they doing what now?
Why are the government officials targeting retired and current federal employees regarding health care benefits and pensions?
I don't understand that question. Whoever asked me, can someone give me explain that just a little bit? Don't say no any further. Then you don't have. I don't want to single you out on that.
No, I'm not. You know, there's been a lot of talk about, you know, how much in the news and what have you, how much more that the federal employees make than the general public, and they're talking about cutting our benefits and cutting the pension, or dipping into the pension. I know the government has borrowed from the pension fund, from the federal.
They give you an IOU. We're going to pay you back. Wink, wink, wink. You know that. If there's that talk, I don't think it's serious talk. I don't think that's how we're going to solve the problem. We have a committee that's working right now, the 12-member super committee that's over there right now. They're going to find it. I don't think that's going to be the solution. We're not going to cut benefits. I think there's a fairness factor in Congress that I am kind of happy about. A lot of things I'm not happy about there, but I think the fairness factor that they're going to say, we're not going to go cut people's benefits. We're going to look into the future, and we're going to change the structure so that people in the future may have a change, but not the current recipient. Could I be wrong with it? Yes. But I'm just telling you right now, I don't think there's an appetite for that. I think this committee of 12 is going to put together a pretty good effort. Now, I don't know how it's going to come out, but I can assure you one thing, whether you like this, you all like this or not, we're not going to increase taxes. The House has been very clear. We don't have a taxing problem, we have a spending problem. And the quicker we get that across the American public to understand it's not the taxing situation. Raising taxes in a recession, even the president has said when he went out to Indiana at a meeting out there, he said you don't raise taxes when you're in a weak economy, especially in a recession. So, you know, maybe a few of us are finally getting to him. He's starting to hear that message. So I don't see that yet, but we're not going to raise taxes. We may close loopholes, but we're not going to raise taxes. This isn't the right time to do it. It's not a good economy for that. Yes, sir. Next question.
Are we paying too much attention to deficit reduction triggers compared to environmental triggers? The world is passing through a series of trapdoor events or irreversible changes as permafrost melts and releasing methane. Are we paying too much attention to deficit reduction triggers?
No. I don't think honestly, I don't think we're spending too much time. You have a collective body of 435 in the House and 100 in the Senate that they can chew gum and walk at the same time. The sheer size of the committee structure. We're going to see something that we need to look at the deficit reduction, but we also need to be concerned about some of this environmental issues. And I think we're trying to spend the right kind of balance with it. One of the big issues, and we're trying to be very careful because I'm a states' right person. You know, everything I find in this document that I carry with me right here is I want to make sure we defend our Constitution and our rights of our states. So I'm trying to get as much fundamentally back to our states as we can. And things like the Marcellus Shale, we can look at it, we can do our research, but to me, a lot of that's going to be determined on a state-by-state basis to give them the option to look at to see what the impact is. But I think we have to have an overriding issue with the federal government to give us some guidelines of what the expectation should be, because they can do more of the research than individual states can, but we're going to have to be careful. I think the Marcellus Shale could be an incredible opportunity for the state of West Virginia. They know that. I hear a week doesn't go by that someone doesn't stop in our office to talk about the Marcellus Shale and the opportunities. we don't know all the ramifications of it yet. It's a little bit of a pioneer here in West Virginia. They started in New York, went to Pennsylvania, and now they're into West Virginia. They started in New York, went to Pennsylvania, now they're into West Virginia drilling. And we don't have much regulation. We're going to have to look at that because today, fortunately, I knock on wood, someone's going to walk in and give the report. But up until now, there has been no report yet of a water table being disturbed because of drilling for the Marcellus Shale. So I hope they're right. I hope it stays that way. But if some driller gets carried away and they try to cut a corner or something like that, we could have a problem, and it'll destroy the faith in the business right now. We'll have to watch and see what happens with it. But I want us to continue to drill. I want us to be energy independent. I think it's part of our national security that we're not beholden to foreign governments for our oil and gas supplies like that. I'm a little concerned about an issue about jobs.